JP Morgan's collecting biometric data. You got to give them your biometric data to go into the facility at JP Morgan headquarters. It had previously said the information was voluntary. JP Morgan has told staff moving to its new headquarters that they must share biometric data to access the multi-billion-dollar building. The investment bank had previously planned for registering of biometric data as voluntary. Now it's required. Biometric access requires staff to scan their fingerprints or eye to gain access to do the security days. They're doing retina scans instead of badges. There's some exception for employees who can use badges, but it's unclear. You need to scan your eye, just like your Apple Face ID, facial option, where Silicon Valley's companies cannot access consumers' facial data, allegedly. The implications of stricter access controls comes as U.S. corporations, particularly with those significant operations in New York, look to increase security after a shooting last year of Brian Thompson. Use debate over whether to track employees. Of course it's going to be used to track employees. Of course. They're going to have all of this data, and especially a financial firm like JP Morgan, they're going to normalize this. This is a testing ground. They're going to test it with their employees. They're going to roll it out globally. And then before you know it, you're using biometric data to use your credit card. And they're going to argue that it's in the spirit of security. No one can steal your credit card because now it's controlled by your eyes. Except when people just hold up your phone to your face and unlock your phone. Dystopia is coming. It's coming fast. It's coming for all of us. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's blaze through what I've got what's on here. Let's watch a couple videos. So I've got this Barry Weiss memo. She just got hired as the editor-in-chief at CBS. $150 million for the free press. What kind of numbers the free press doing on YouTube? It must be doing a lot. $354,000 subscribers. 6,000 views while they're fucking cooking. Her wife works there. Must be nice. $150 million for your channel that gets 6,000 views on videos.
Hi, honestly.
Let's go. So I don't really care about Barry West. What I care about is the Ellison family. These guys are buying it up. These guys are shopping. They're popping tags left and right. Larry Ellison, the CEO of Oracle, his son, I think one-time actor and producer, now runs Paramount. His daughter runs Anapora Pictures. These guys are all in on the entertainment, using their money to buy entertainment. And I think to understand what you need to know about Larry Ellison, I think all you need is this. Let's find it. Here we go. I can't believe that he said this shit out loud, is how crazy this is.
Honestly,
I cannot believe he said this out loud, and no one around him said, hey, shut the fuck up. This is on camera.
Founder Larry Ellison predicts AI surveillance will be part of our everyday lives in the future. During a recent Oracle Q&A, Ellison said AI will soon play a major role in monitoring society through a vast network of interconnected cameras, including security systems, police body cams, and vehicle dash cams.
Everyone would see it. Your body cams will be transmitting that. The police will be on their best behavior, because we're constantly recording, watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
Ellison's vision is for AI to analyze data from this network of cameras in real time in an attempt to prevent crime while also tracking and influencing public behavior for a safer society. However, the idea raises serious privacy concerns. Critics argue it could lead to a surveillance state with constant monitoring infringing on personal privacy rights, while others say it could help solve crimes faster and provide transparency to citizens in cases of excessive force from law enforcement.
We're going to have supervision. In other words, every police officer is going to be supervised at all times.
Ellison's proposal highlights a growing trend among tech giants to harness AI for societal influence, which may significantly reshape our lives in the coming years. For more unbiased updates,
The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. And it's unimpeachable. The cars have cameras on them. I think we have a squad car here someplace. But those kind of applications using AI, if we can use AI, and we're using AI to monitor the video, and if there's a problem, AI will report the problem and report it to the appropriate person, whether it's the sheriff or the chief or whomever we need to take control of the situation. We have, same thing. We have drones. If there's something going on in a shopping center, and I'll stop. A drone goes out there, get there way faster than a police car. There's no reason for, by the way, high-speed chases. You shouldn't have high-speed chases between cars.
My name is Ross. I've been at Success Academy for 10 years. Success show.
Thanks. Hey, Larry. Jackson Ader at KeyBank Capital Markets. If I think about 2029, what about artificial intelligence?
On the AI, I mean, our dependency on AI. By 2029, I can guarantee you AI is not going to be the problem. Because the simple phrase, the race goes on. And, I mean, this is like Formula One.
I'm looking for a clip where he says that they're not going to turn off cameras even when you use the bathroom. So what he's talking about is that he's promising this new safe world. He's promising safetyism from AI because there's going to be no crime, surveillance. It's like Minority Report. It's going to be the instead of the precogs, it's going to be the AI predicted that you're going to commit a crime and you need to be rehabilitated. And I think we're just like, what is so? Maybe it's because he's fucking 80 years old that this guy just openly talks like this. But he's talking about using cameras and promising all this safety and that drones. And we're going to live in a police surveillance state controlled by a handful of companies that share data with the government, just like China. And everything is going to be recorded. These are literally the same people who accused previous administrations of 1984 and the Truth Ministry and whatever. This is what these people are trying to do. They're trying to install ever running surveillance programs that literally listen to you go to the bathroom and that make everything available as long as there's a quote unquote court order, which you know that like those things don't mean anything. Everyone's going to have access to your private life. No, privacy as we know it is going to end if these people have their way. So on the one hand, we have more AI generated content than ever. We're also streamlining the surveillance so that everything you do, write, say, short of thinking until there's chips planted in your brain, everything is monitored to make sure that you don't fall out of line. That make sure you aren't a rabble rouser who's questioning why we have to hand over our biometric data, why we have to hand over our 401ks, why the AI investor class is becoming the new, they're assuming control of the government and more of our daily lives. And what do we get in return for it? If it's not DoorDash.